Good morning, afternoon, etc. guys. This is Manga by Volume, and today we're going to be doing my September 2017 comic book and graphic novel haul. So we've got a lot of books to get through this month. I actually picked up more comics than manga this month, so yeah. So starting out, we have my trade paperbacks that I picked up over the month of September. Starting out, we have the DC books. I only have two of them. That's Batman, The Man Who Laughs. This is written by Ed Brubaker, and this is basically the first chronological Joker story. I've already read the Man Who Laughs part. It's actually got a couple of stories in here, but The Man Who Laughs is the more prominent one. I already read through it. It's really good. Definitely recommend this. It's a good follow-up to Year One, if you're familiar with that. And this tells kind of Joker's origins / first appearance. Really good stuff. So moving on, we have Batman Venom. This is so for those unfamiliar, Batman has this villain called Bane, and he's super freaking jacked, and basically Venom is the drug that gives him superhuman abilities or superhuman strength, and Batman Venom is all about Batman wanting to become stronger so that he can save more people. So he actually ends up taking and getting addicted to this drug Venom, and this is the story of him trying to overcome that, in a sense. So next up we have one Image book that is Nowhere Men Volume 1. I picked this up for about $5 used at Second & Charles, and heard a lot of good things about it. Not familiar with any of the team, the creative team, but it does look really good. I like the premise a lot, and yeah, looking forward to reading that. So next up, I actually this month I picked up, so I'm a member of the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group, and they have a lot of good deals. It's basically a buy, sell, trade, discussion page on Facebook, and they have a lot of good deals available from collectors like you or me. And this one guy gave me a really good deal on some Jeff Lemire books, so I picked up a couple of those. We got Essex County. I've actually read most of this. It's very good. I love Lemire. I love his art style. This is one of his earlier works. It's all in black and white, but it's very, very good. And also from that lot, I picked up The Underwater Welder, which unfortunately this is the paperback, but it's still pretty large, especially like so if you compare it to these are some standard size paperbacks. It's about like maybe half an inch taller. But yeah, this one looks really good actually. This is kind of a Twilight Zone-esque tale from what I understand. So I'm looking forward to reading that. So yeah, that does it for the trade paperbacks. Now moving on to the hardcovers. Alright, so continuing on with that Jeff Lemire lot that I got. I also picked up the hardcover for Roughneck. This is a recent release, written and drawn by Jeff Lemire. And yeah, looking forward to reading this as well. This is, I believe this one's about like a hockey player, or something along those lines. This one isn't, I mean, it's mostly black and white, but you also get like some cool watercolors here and there. Like I said, I'm a Jeff Lemire fanboy. So next up, continuing that, this one's only written by Jeff Lemire, but it has art by the very talented Andrea Sorrentino. And that is the Green Arrow Deluxe Edition from the New 52. I've heard amazing things about this run, and it's got Jeff Lemire, so same thing, can't wait to read it. But of course this one has Some gorgeous art. Let me see if I can find one of those spreads for you guys. Here's an example of some good art. Yeah, this is a gorgeous book. Can't wait to dive in. Alright, so that does it for the Lemire stuff, but moving on to the my in-stock trades haul. Just a couple books, nothing super major, but I have been excited for this one for a while. You guys probably already saw this in my my reading wrap-up from last week, and that is the Batman Rebirth Deluxe Edition, Book 1. It is written by Tom King with art by, let's see, David Finch and Mikkel Janine, I think that's how it's pronounced. But this was an awesome read. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on that, go check out that video. I'll link it in the description. I also have some thoughts on Metroid Samus Returns for 3DS. But yeah, super happy to have that. Can't wait for the, let's see, next haul I'll probably have the Superman Deluxe Edition, and I think Wonder Woman comes out pretty soon also. So yeah, moving on, we have the reprint of the New Teen Titans Omnibus. This is one of the more famous Teen Titans runs. This introduced a lot of the concepts that were expanded upon and you know, used for like the Teen Titans cartoon series that aired in the 2000s. And I love Teen Titans. I love all of these characters except for I haven't really had any experience with Donna Troy because she wasn't in the cartoon, but I can't wait to read this and you know, get all caught up, because this leads into the Teen Titans event, the Judas Contract, and I hear amazing things about that. So I really am looking forward to reading this, and then Volume 2 when that comes out next year. So that does it for the in-stock trades haul. I also got one Marvel Omnibus this month. I got this for a really good deal on the Facebook group, and that is the Miss Marvel Omnibus, Volume 1. This is the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel, and I love this character. I love her stories. I have read all of these issues before. I used to have the first two oversized hardcovers, but I have since sold these, and I'm glad to finally upgrade to the Omnibus because it looks awesome. Alright, so that does it for the hardcovers. I do have quite a bit of single issues, so give me just a second and we'll check those out. Okay, so after telling myself that I didn't need one for the longest time, I finally caved and bought myself a comic short box for all my single issues. I don't have that many, but I did pick up quite a few this past haul, so let's dive into those. I'll show you guys what I got. So starting out, got issue number 2 of the New 52 Batwoman run. This is with an awesome cover by J.H. Williams III. Great cover, great art. I haven't read that run, but I really love the art, so that's why I picked that up. Also got an issue of Detective Comics. This, I believe, is art by Dustin Nguyen and written by Paul Dini. So I love this cover. Haven't read this run, but I hear good things. And next up, another great issue. We have basically Grant Morrison's take on Watchmen, and that is the Multiversity Pax Americana issue. Super stoked to have that as well. And of course we have a Afterlife with Archie variant. If you haven't read Afterlife with Archie, it's basically Archie Comics meets the zombie apocalypse, and it's freaking incredible. You really have to read it. I also picked up an issue of Low. I don't have any other issues of this, and I am waiting for the deluxe to actually read through it. But as you can see, this issue was only 50 cents, and it has a really, really great cover, so wanted to add that to the collection. Next we have issue number 1 of Garth Ennis's Midnighter from the Wildstorm universe. I hear a lot of good things about this run, saw the number 1, figured, what the hell. And of course, so I'm a huge fan of Jeff Smith's Bone, which is kind of a cartoonish action-adventure fantasy type series. And every time I see single issues of it, I just have to pick them up. I have a signed issue number 1 Image reprint, signed by Jeff Smith, that I already have. I also have, I think it's issue number 11 or something like that, from the original CB run. But I also have just picked up issue number 6 from the Image reprints. Issue number 8, the original. Love this cover with all the dragons. Issue number 16. So yeah, happy to have those. And next up is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine that I'm very, very nostalgic for. So when I was a kid, I was a huge fan of Legos. I had tons and tons of Legos, like 2 huge bins just completely filled with Legos. And some of my favorite Legos were the Bionicle ones. And they had this overarching story that each month an issue of Bionicle would come with the well, not every month, but like every other month or something like that, whatever. An issue of Bionicle put out by DC Comics would come with the Lego magazine. And I loved reading these stories. And I've had kind of a desire for the longest time to pick these back up. I used to have tons of these when I was a kid, all the way from issue number 1. And you know, something happened sometime when I was a kid, and I got rid of my comics, or maybe I don't know, something happened and I lost them all. So so in the meantime, what I did was I picked up Scholastic put these 2 graphic novels out. I think there's like another couple also, but these are like the first couple of arcs. And as you can see, they're very small, kind of like manga size almost. And they're really kind of difficult to read. This text is very tiny. So I picked these up a while back, and I've had these for like a couple years now. But I've wanted to get the original issues back. And lo and behold, I was at Second and Charles, and I found a big stack of these for about $1 each. So I'm going to show these to you now, finally, after talking for 5 minutes straight. They didn't have issue 1, but they did have issue 2, issue 3, issue 4. And I love all these covers. This is just issue 5, a nostalgic trip for me. I love this series so much. I also had all the CG movies that they had out, and then issue 7. They didn't have issues 8 through 10, and you know, there's a couple issues missing throughout. But here's 11, 13, and this is my favorite out of all of them because it's kind of like a holographic type cover, and of course this is the Golden Toa, or I forget what it's called, but like the Chosen One or whatever. And they had a movie based all around this. I think it was, yeah, The Mask of Light. And I rewatched that movie so many times as a kid. I love this cover so much. And I'm super happy to have this one especially. I actually want to get a second copy of this just so I can hang it up on the wall. But, yeah, we got issue 15. Issue 18, this is starting with the Metro Nui series. Issue 19, and kids are great. And by that I mean kids are terrible. There's an I Spy sticker stuck to the front of this. It's not on the bag or board. It's on the issue itself. I didn't realize it when I first bought it, so maybe I'll get a new one. Maybe I'll try to take it off. I'm not sure, but for now, that's okay. It's fine. I don't actually care about the Metro Nui stuff as much. Most of my nostalgia is for the original, I think it's 6 Toa. 25, 26, and 27. And of course that's when we got the new DC logo, the newer DC logo. They've gone through like, I don't know, 4 since these started. But that does it for all the Bionicle comics. I do really want to get my hands on the missing issues and have a complete run at least through Metro Nui. And then what I want to do is I want to bind all of these into a nice hardcover, kind of a custom bind job. And I think Huchen Bindery is the one that does most of it. So once I get my hands on the rest of these, I'll have a video about that and the process of getting these bound, because I really, really do want to get these in a nice readable format again, and just go on a nostalgic trip, because I love this series so much. It's not good. it's unless you're nostalgic for it like I am, it's not very good. The writing is like kind of all over the place. But these were some of my favorite stories as a kid. So I am super stoked to have these. And of course, these ones you might have seen in my manga haul video. I found some single issues of Vagabond and Pokemon the Electric Tail Pikachu. Just kind of cool stuff to have. Thought I'd show them in this video as well. So yeah, that does it for my comic book graphic novel haul for September 2017. Once again, this is Manga by Volume. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you managed to make it to the end of this, thanks for watching and hearing my annoying voice. Like, subscribe, etc. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and take care.